quote for the day. Let me slide that over. Atma Namaste, guys. Atma Namaste. Christian Arlong, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Wednesday. I get to do my gang sign on this Wednesday evening. And for those of you who've been following the streams for a hot minute, hey, Jeremy, Atma Namaste. We do a newsletter. We typically take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to write the newsletter. We post it. It's right below this video. Alexandra, Amber, happy birthday. Atma Namaste. Amber, just a quick reminder. For those of you who do not know, I offer a birthday healing and blessing for your birthday. It's basically good for 24 hours at the peak of your birthday. So if you're born at like 6:30 p.m., that healing and blessing is at its peak pretty much at 6:30 p.m., but it's also good for 24 hours. So if you want to get a pranic healing session with the birthday blessing, definitely go to just go to christianarlong.com, schedule a healing right there. Super easy. What's up, Paula? Pretty. Atma Namaste. Good morning to you. Good evening to me. So I want to jump on real quick and share some love with you guys, because that's how we roll. And while we're sharing, hey Kimberly, while we're sharing some love with you, I'm going to have a smoothie. So good. I'm not saying this to toot my own horn by any stretch of the imagination, because it's more of the feedback I've gotten from other people over the past 15 years. People have consistently and persistently said, I make the best smoothies. Now, I don't know how accurate that is, how many smoothies these people have had, but it's pretty much unanimous that I make the best smoothies. And here's my theory about the best smoothies. So there's what you put in it physically, right? So you put in protein powder, you put in spirulina, you put in almond milk, you put in peanut butter, you put in bananas, berries, the physical thing that you put into the smoothie, right? But my theory is it's not just the physical thing that you're putting in the smoothie, it's also the energy, it's also the intention that you have when you're making the smoothie. So what do I mean by that? Look at it like cooking, right? If the chef who's making the meal is stressed out, is angry, is a heavy smoker, and he has a lot of heavy, dense energy coming out of his fingers, does that energy go into the food? It goes into the salad, it goes into the entree, it goes into the appetizers, right? It's impregnated, hey Natasha, Atma Namaste, it's impregnated into the food. But if the person making the food is happy, is joyful, is present to what they're doing, the vibration of the food will match the vibration of the person. That's a really cool way of saying it. I just came up with that. The vibration of the food will match the vibration of the person and vice versa. So maybe, I'm just throwing this out there, I don't know for sure, I haven't validated it, but maybe the reason people love the smoothies so much is because every smoothie I make with love, awareness, attention, and I try to keep my energy body as clean as humanly possible. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the secret. So what's the stream about tonight? What are we talking about? Where's this all going? How can you determine what kind of mindset you have by what kind of smoothie you drink? What's up, Kelly? Atma Namaste. So there is a book. I apologize for not remembering the author, but you can go to Amazon, type in the name of the book. It's Fixed Mindset versus Growth Mindset. Fixed Mindset versus Growth Mindset. And basically the whole nutshell of the book is people who have flexible, hey Amber, reminds me of the movie How to Cook Your Life. Ooh, I gotta remember that, How to Cook Your Life. So isn't it interesting that people who live the highest quality of life, that have the highest level of job satisfaction, career fulfillment, fulfillment in their relationships, and make the most advances in science and technology and in their chosen fields, tend to be people who have a growth mindset, meaning they don't think that this is just the way it is. I'll never get any smarter. I'll never get any healthier. I'll never get any better looking. This is as good as it gets. Have you ever seen that movie with Jack Nicholson, As Good as It Gets? That's an example of somebody who has a fixed mindset, not a person with a growth mindset. So it's a really good book. I highly recommend reading it. I wish I could remember the name, but again, go to Amazon, type in growth mindset. The book will come up, I promise you. And so what does that say about you and your smoothies, or you in any other area of your life? For instance, I stopped having spirulina in my smoothie. I was pretty regular making smoothies with spirulina, but then I just forgot about it. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to put spirulina in my smoothie. And then I usually put almond milk in my smoothie. Let me try this multi-combo nut milk. Wait a minute. Let me try oat milk. Wait a minute. Let me try, instead of peanut butter, this multi-nut butter. And I'm trying, hey Becca, I'm experimenting with different smoothie formulas because I would consider myself to be the kind of person who has a growth mindset. Not in all areas of my life, but the ideal, hey Jennifer, the idea would be having a growth mindset in all areas of your life. So for those of you who know, for the past 13 years I've been a professional energy healer, and the modality that I practice is called pranic healing. And the founder of pranic healing is Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui. He's also the founder of Arhatic Yoga. And in every one of the classes in pranic healing, what's up Eric? It says, use intelligent evaluation, practice discernment, experiment, and make your own conclusion. Which that would be an example of somebody that has a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. Meaning a fixed mindset would be, this is the teaching, this is how it is, don't alter it, don't question it, just buy it hook, line, and sinker, right? In our day and age, that doesn't work anymore. You can't just tell somebody to believe something just because you said so. What you do is you provide information to them, you encourage them to experiment with the information, and then make your own conclusion. Maricor, namaste, good to have you on. So, where in your life do you have a growth mindset? Meaning, where are you open to new ideas, new concepts, new way of doing things, new ways of experimenting, getting different kinds of feedback? Like for instance, I haven't been in a structured dance environment for many, many years. Actually, since college, and that was a while ago. You guys probably don't realize how old my physical body is, but it's much older than most people think. And I recently joined a dance, I was going to say dance company, but that's really high level, a dance group where I was practicing dancing 3 times a week. And that, for me, was outside of my comfort zone. It was outside of my social comfort zone. It was outside of my bedtime comfort zone. It was outside of my skill level of comfort zone, but I was experimenting because I wanted different kinds of feedback. I wanted to go, I enjoy dancing, but is this the kind of dancing that I enjoy? I enjoy socializing with people, but is these the kind of people that I would want to socialize with, right? But over the past 2.5 months of going out there and mixing it up with this dance style and these people, it's opened up a whole new world of opportunities, right? So I went in there with a growth mindset instead of saying, this is the only way you're supposed to do dancing, this is the only way that you're supposed to do socializing, and anyone who does anything outside of that is wrong. Same thing in religion, same thing in politics, same thing with health and fitness. As soon as you become fanatical about a certain way of doing something, your growth comes to a screeching halt. You have to be open. Even science can become fanatical. I love compliments when compliments I get on text while doing streams. It's very sweet. Even science can be fanatical, meaning this is the fastest a processor could be. Well, what if they said that in the 1960s? This is the fastest a computer processor can be. It can never get any faster. Well, then that would have shortchanged a lot of our growth and evolution in technology. When Steve Jobs was looking to design the iPhone and his engineer said, it's impossible. These are scientists. They're engineers. They're like, that's impossible. There's no way that we can have all this technology in a touch screen that people can have as a phone as well. There's no way we can do it. And Steve Jobs was like, I don't care. Do whatever you have to do. Money is not an option. Do whatever you have to do to make it happen. So Steve Jobs had a growth mindset, and the engineers that were opposing him had a fixed mindset. So think about the areas in your life that you have a growth mindset, and I'd be willing to bet, I don't know this for a fact, but I'd be willing to bet the areas in your life that you have a growth mindset are probably the most rewarding, the most fulfilling, and the most challenging parts of your life. Now think of the areas, what's up Karina, Atma Namaste, think of the areas in your life where you have a fixed mindset, meaning this is the way I do it, this is always the way I've done it, will always be the way that I do it. Would you consider that part of your life filled with stress, anxiety, anxiousness, irritability, if you are not able to stay on that? I'll give you an example of where I have a tendency to have a fixed mindset. It's with my sleep. A lot of you don't know, but my body has suffered from insomnia or sleep issues for most of its life. Thank God to pranic healing, it has helped me tremendously with that. But up into applying pranic healing protocols for insomnia, my sleep was very, very, how should we put it, horrible. So I became very rigid in my thought process I became very rigid and very fixed in my thought process about sleep. What's up, Will? Atma Namaste. So that inflexibility, that rigidity, what's up, Kevin? Atma Namaste, has caused a lot of anxiousness, stress, and suffering around my sleep patterns. But guess what? By going out dancing 3 times a week, it forced me to be less rigid, more flexible, and more growth mindset orientated with my sleep. And it's actually been better. My sleep, the quality of my sleep has actually improved since I've been doing dancing, because I'm moving my physical body, I'm releasing energies, because I work in the world of energy. So think about it. If you work in energy all day long and you are constantly vibrating at a high frequency, and then you're going to bed and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to turn this all off. Doesn't really work that way. It takes a whole practice to bring you from hyper amped up to more relaxed, more settled, more cool, calm, and collected, so you can go to sleep. So that's kind of what I want to jump on tonight and share with you guys, and kind of ask you the question, would you consider yourself a person who has a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? And I can encourage you and assure you that if you have a growth mindset, again, go to Amazon and buy the book. If you have a growth mindset, your life, the quality of your life will improve. The quality of your relationships will improve. The quality of your health will improve. What's up, Jose? The quality of every area of your life will improve. In tonight's newsletter, I was talking about comfort zone. And isn't it interesting that they call it a comfort zone, but it's anything. It's anything but a comfort zone. It's actually a discomfort zone. Because think of the time in your life that was the most rewarding, the most fulfilling, the most growth orientated. I guarantee you were not in your comfort zone. You were outside of your comfort zone. You probably completely forgot about what it was like to be comfortable. But the people who are in their comfort zone, you know another way of saying that? Those people are in a rut. I remember hearing this from a very successful businessman many, many years ago. And he says, if you know, you guys might want to take notes on this one. If you know what time you're going to be getting up a year from now, and you know within $5,000 how much you're going to be making next year, and you know what vacations you're going to be going on next year, you, my friend, are stuck in a rut. Think about that. So people who are in their comfort zone are stuck in a rut. How do you get out of that rut? How do you get out of your comfort zone? Easily. Do something that makes you uncomfortable. Right? So I have a client, love her so much. she had an issue with doing a live stream. She had an issue with doing a live stream because of technology. Like, she fears technology. She fears technology is going to be all squirrely with her and just like crap out, right? And I said, doesn't matter. Do your stream anyways. And she did her stream. She got feedback. Her self-esteem went up. Her confidence went up. And her ability to produce results also went up because she got outside of her comfort zone. So that's my encouragement to you guys. Find something each and every day to get outside of your comfort zone. For me to do live streams is within my comfort zone. This is not a stretch for me. Some people find this absolutely and utterly terrifying to speak in front of a group of people. For me, easy. I've done it thousands of times. I've spoken face-to-face with people thousands of times, little groups, big groups, little online groups, big online groups. Doesn't matter, because I'm not thinking about my fears, my insecurities, my weaknesses. What's going on, Aaron? When I'm sharing with you guys, I'm thinking, what can I share with you that will help improve the quality of your life about the topic that we're talking about? So I'm focused on you guys. I'm not focused on myself. And if you were to reject me, I realize that you're not rejecting me. You're rejecting the message, and you're rejecting your opportunity to improve the quality of your life with that message. So I don't take anything personally. If every one of you got off the stream right now, I would just keep talking, because someone is going to watch the replay and somebody's going to get value out of the replay, right? Because I'm talking to that person or persons who could benefit from this information. What's up, David? I didn't even see you sneak on, son. So does that make sense? So I'm always looking for things to get outside of my comfort zone. The only time I've been uncomfortable, truly uncomfortable speaking in front of a group of people is when I was 6 years old and I was in a school play surrounded by my peers on a little platform, and we're all singing together at the same time, and then I vomited on stage because I was nauseous and nervous. And ever since that time, it pretty much went away. No more. No more stage fright. I only had stage fright once. But here's another story I'll finish on about doing something different, about getting outside of your comfort zone. So there was a gentleman that I met many, many years ago when I was living in Sarasota, Florida, which, for those of you who do not know, Sarasota, Florida has pretty much the top ranked beach in the United States year after year after year after year after year. It's called Siesta Key. Check it up online, Siesta Key. Beautiful quartz crystal sand. I mean, it's a phenomenal, phenomenal beach. And the weird thing about Sarasota's beaches, they're never crowded. It's the weirdest thing. They're never crowded. So anyways, so I met a gentleman who was a commercial real estate developer, investor, and realtor. So the guy had been in commercial real estate since the mid-40s. He basically designed the laws for commercial real estate in the 40s. He had been doing it so long. So the guy was like the man. Made millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in real estate. In fact, when I went to his house and I went into his very humble office, what's up, Smita? Went to his very humble office. He had pictures with diplomats and presidents of the United States. I mean, the guy had been around and done a lot of things. Really, really cool guy. And he said to me something very interesting that I never forgot. He says, in order for you to be aware of opportunities, you have to train yourself to do things differently each and every day. And I go, well, what do you mean? He goes, when you go to work, do you drive the same way to work and then drive the same way back? And I said, yeah. He goes, that's your problem. And I was like, that's my problem. He goes, yeah, that's your problem. He says, you should train yourself every day, take a different way to work, and every day take a different way home from work, and then maybe take that street, maybe zigzag, and maybe I'm going to look for different kinds of things along the roadway to train yourself to think differently. And so he talked about a time where he took a different road to work, and on the highway where he was driving, he saw these huge cinder blocks off to the side of the road, like gigantic cinder blocks. They're like the barricades, the cement barricades. And he saw that they had grass all around them. And he thought to himself, if there's grass all around them, those barricades have been there for a very long time. And maybe those people don't want those barricades anymore. So he somehow, some way, and this is like in the 60s, somehow, some way figured out a way to contact the person who owned those. And I think it actually was the city, was the state. It was a state project for the highway. And he was able to buy them from the state for pennies on the dollar, and then he resold them for like $8,500. Now keep in mind, $8,500 in the 60s is probably like $35,000 of equivalent money. So just because he had a growth mindset, he opened up his viewpoints, he opened up the possibility of seeing opportunities where opportunities wouldn't be there before. He was able to take advantage of that, and he had done that his entire life. That's why he was so successful, right? That's why he was so successful. What's up, Angie? Bringing the heat. Are you joining us late, my dear? So those are little nuggets. So that's kind of why I started all. Again, my lucky day. So that's why I started with, what kind of a smoothie do you make? Is a good indicator whether you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. If you're always mixing it up and throwing in new ingredients and experimenting and getting different feedback with your smoothies, there's a good possibility you do that in other areas of your life. But if you're like, this is the way it is, and I'm going to stick with it no matter what, then you could be missing out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of wonderful experiences in your life. What's up, Diana? Atma Namaste. Woo! This smoothie is so good, I don't even know what to say. It's so good, it's off the chain. Good. I love it. So, do you guys have any questions, comments about tonight's topic on growth mindset versus fixed mindset? For any of you who want to read the newsletter that I spent about almost 2 hours today, my blood, sweat, and tears in it. The newsletter is right below this video if you're watching it on Facebook. And then for any of you who are in need of healing at this time in your life, go to christianrlong.com/services and let me assist you in your process of transformation. I've been doing this work for 13 years. It is my life's work, my life's purpose to spread the work and teachings and healing energies of my teacher, Grandmaster Choa Kuk Sui. It's an honor, it's a privilege. It's not always easy, but it's always unequivocally 100% of the time worth it. That I can promise you. And whenever I drink green smoothies, I always have green stuff around my lips, so I look like I'm a 6-year-old. So that's it. If you guys don't have any questions, comments, concerns, challenges, feedback for tonight's live stream, I guess I got nothing else to say. So good. By the way, I'm one of the few people who can talk with liquid in his mouth. I don't know how that's possible, but I'm able to do it. Years of training, years of specialized training of talking with water or smoothies in my mouth. It's kind of strange. Anyways, guys, love you very much. I hope you have a phenomenal Wednesday night and week. Andrew, you got to stop missing the streams, girl. Love you anyways, no matter what. Watch the replay. I know you'll get benefit out of it. What's up, Tammy? Coming late to the party. Tammy, we love you. Welcome to the stream. May you be blessed. And hopefully you can watch the replay and get some big fat nuggets out of it. All right, guys. This is Christian Arlong, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a big and beautiful day. We know, Angie, you're a mom. Moms need to have a growth mindset more than anyone else probably on the planet. Atma Namaste. Bye-bye.